Here we go.
Hey, this is Christian with Cheap Beat Up Elvis Vinyl. This is episode number 3. I collect Elvis records, started about a year ago. Thing is, I don't spend a whole bunch of money on it. The most I spend, that I've spent so far, is $5 maximum. I usually get them for $1 or $2, and that includes 45s, EPs, or LPs. Today, we're going to talk about some EPs. When I first started getting some Elvis records. Now, I had Elvis records that I would just listen to, but when I first decided to start collecting them, I assumed that the EPs were going to be very expensive. So I didn't even think about it. I was just getting singles and LPs when I ran across them. And sure enough, I ran across some EPs for $1. So I picked them up, and that started me. So here are some that I got for $1. This first one here came out in September of '56. Elvis Presley. This cover is very similar to another one that's called, I think It's Elvis. This one has Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Blue Moon, I Love You Because, and a Lordy Miss Claudie. Kind of a rocking little set there. I love the backs of the EPs. Obviously, they look like little LPs, but the thing that I really like about the EPs is they usually have a little paragraph or something right here. And it's very interesting to read because it's not hindsight. This is what they were writing about Elvis at this time in September 56. So it starts off, Elvis Presley, RCA Victor's sensational new vendor of songs with a solid beat. Got that solid beat. So, beautiful record. Hey, look at this. All right, this one belonged to Mr. Joseph Napoli in New Orleans. So this guy had this record. Good job. Thanks for keeping it. Thanks for taking care of it so that I could get it. Next one I picked up was, I think it was on the same day. Got this one for $1. Was really surprised when I saw this one just because it looked so gorgeous. I love this. This is Touch of Gold. Now it's the gold standard series. Came out in April of '59. Great songs on this. Hard-Headed Woman, Good Rockin' Tonight, I Beg of You, and Don't. Don't is just fantastic. Lieber and Stroller. There you go. Touch of Gold. Let's see what it says. Ask your RCA Victor record dealer for my free... Oh, Elvis wrote a little note to us on this one. Ask your RCA Victor record dealer for my free record catalog, and Elvis signed it, which was really cool. He didn't have to do that. He was Elvis Presley. Beautiful record. Loved it. Hey, wait. I think this might have belonged to the same guy. On the front, it looks like it says MJ Napoli. Okay. And instead of an address label on this one, he just put a little sticker with his name on it. So this guy must have been an Elvis fan back then. Got all these good records. Beautiful. Awesome. Next up, Loving You. Beautiful cover. When I was a kid, my mom had, the cover is just like the LP cover. When I was a kid, my mom had it, and I thought it was just the coolest looking cover. Of course, that was washed away with one of the hurricane floods. But it was great while it lasted. Now you see this, I'm talking about how the backs are really cool. This one has Loving You, Party, great song. Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear. And so here's a little update on Elvis. This says Radio Corporation of America, 1957. And when did this one come out? This one came out in July of '57. So it says, the amazing Mr. Presley is in the headlines again, this time as the star of the Paramount picture, Loving You. And then it goes into a little synopsis of the movie, and then talks about the songs, mentions, of course, Scotty and DJ and Bill Black. Great. Beautiful little photos from the movie right there. I mean, when I first saw that Elvis shirt, you know, the white one with the red on it, I thought it was the coolest shirt in the world, man. And that guitar, playing an old jumbo guitar, loved it. As soon as I saw it, I wanted to go, hey, look at this. Look who owned it, Mr. Napoli again. Guy had a cool record collection, man. Hey, I'll take real good care of your records, Mr. Napoli. I appreciate it. Lived up on Napoleon Avenue in New Orleans. All right, so that was volume 1 of Loving You. And then they also put out volume 2. Picked up both of these for $1 each, by the way. Now, I do notice a little difference. It looks like the volume 1 cover is a little more in focus. I don't know if you can see that, but it seems like it's a little more in focus than the volume 2. But boy, what a great picture. And also on volume 2, on the back, it's the same little write-up, but it's 3 different photos from the movie. And of course, it's different songs. Mean Woman Blues, Hot Dog, Got a Lot of Living to Do, honey. So, they look exactly the same, except totally different. Different songs, different photos on the back. Beautiful. Hey, let's see if volume 2 was, yep, there you go. Look who owned it. I guess his collection was just turned in, and I lucked out and happened to show up on that day. Now this next one that I got, I couldn't believe when I saw this one. The guy told me, hey, I got an Elvis EP. And it was this one. This is so cool. I just think that this is the epitome of Elvis Presley. Not only that, it's the epitome. I mean, everything right there. Look at that great photo. The colors. This photo would have been much less impressive if it would have been in color. This just looks so cool, and then those colors. And if you remember in 1979, when the Clash put out their London Calling album, it was an homage to this. And it had Paul Simon slamming his bass, black and white photo, and it had London Calling right here. Such a word that is really overused, but this is a true use of it. An iconic record, iconic image right here. Man, it's so pretty. RCA Victor up here in the green and pink. And I notice on these EPs, for instance, this one, the back is printed on the cardboard. This black line across the top is printed on the cardboard, but this is like a sticker because you can feel a little ridge here. And it's the same on, yep, it's the same on Loving You. Same on all the ones I showed you today. So that's interesting. Also, something that's kind of cool was this one came out in March of '56. And you notice it has the exact same back as this one. See, the fronts are different, but they use the same layout on the back, except obviously different songs. But I think what had happened was on one of these, I would assume it was this one. On the first pressings, there was a different back that had advertisements. I think I saw a picture of this, and it was other RCA records that you could get. And then once it started selling, I guess, then they changed it to this. So, beautiful. So that's just some of the EPs I got. The whole point is, you don't have to spend a ton of money, and gives you something to do. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, like and subscribe twice. Everybody wins. Thanks, Elvis. Okay, fine.